Hello, welcome to Krafting Kitty. My name is Erin and it is Friday. So that means it is time for Fridays with Fred. Fanfare, fanfare, yay! Okay, so what is Fridays with Fred? Basically, I bought this book. I want to make everything in it. What is this book? It is called Knitting the Neighborhood. It is the official knitting patterns of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. And this was written by it was collated, collected by an editorial board. Each pattern has a named designer. So yeah, we're knitting the neighborhood. We're doing it. And if you will recall, we have recently finished our second project from the book. The first project was the Beginnings cardigan for my husband Brian. The second project was the Daniel Striped Tiger puppet, which is the very first puppet I have ever made, let alone hand knitted. I mean, like, do you count when you make the little paper bag puppets for the kiddos? I guess technically I have made that, but this is the first non-paper bag puppet I have ever made in my life. It was fun. It was an adventure. I learned a lot. I loved it. But last week I came on and showed you, my hair is crazy. Ignore it. Ignore me, except for my voice. So last week I came on and nominated 4 patterns for my next pattern, or project. Yeah. So basically what I do is, I know I'm going to make everything in this book. It doesn't matter to me what order I make it, other than I don't want to do the same category of project back to back. So I don't want to do a sweater right after a sweater. I don't want to do another puppet right after that puppet. So we voted. You could vote in the comments. You could vote on a poll in my Facebook group, or there was a poll on my community tab. And the same thing happened last time. In each location, a different project was the preferred project, which always surprises me. I find that so interesting, and yeah, I love it. So I do have the tallies, and I can tell you from the comment section, the preferred project was the Colorful Curtains scarf. From the Facebook post, the preferred project was the Won't You Be... No. Yes. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong spot. Won't You Be My Neighbor blanket. So Facebook was loving the blanket. For the community post, the preferred project... Oh, so I was wrong. On the community post and on Facebook, both preferred the Won't You Be My Neighbor blanket. So you would think, well, maybe because that was the preferred post or the preferred project for multiple places, that's the one it's going to be. Only 2 people suggested that one in the comment section. So it's not, it was actually the second place project, and based on the comments, I thought the baby sweater was going to be more popular, but it was not. So I guess let's go in reverse order. We'll say in 4th place was the neighborhood trolley, which got no love in the Facebook poll. I got 0 votes. In the comments section, there were 4 votes for it, and 20 people... Okay, so it wasn't 20 votes. They tell you the total number of votes, and then they give you the percentage of what the vote it is. So I had to do some mathematics there. So the mathematics came to 20 for the neighborhood trolley. So 24, a perfectly good standing there for the neighborhood trolley. In 3rd place, shockingly to me, was the Baby Rogers cardigan. That got 36 total votes across all of them. It did not get that much love in the Facebook group, but that's okay. It will get made, and it only goes up to a 2T, but the neighbor I was thinking of, if I don't make it for her, there's gonna be other kiddos I can make it for. So I'm not concerned. There will be a child that we can find that I can make this sweater for. Like, I'm not worried. So that's totally cool. In second place with 55 total votes was the "Won't You Be My Neighbor" blanket that, you know, was slept on in the comment section, but loved everywhere else. Crazy, right? So, if you remember, you're going to know what number 1 is with 57 votes. So only 2 extra votes was the Colorful Curtains scarf. So that's what I'm going to be making, the Colorful Curtains scarf, which is, I've already put my, what is this called, a bookmark into the book. This is a pattern by Coffee Facet. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Who, as I said last week, is actually known for like designing very, very colorful like quilting fabrics and very colorful things. So this sweater appears to be right up their alley, and I totally did not ask Linda if I could share that picture. I will try to remember to do so I can share the picture of a quilt that she made using their fabrics. It's beautiful, but I don't want to share a picture without getting permission first. But here it is. That is the scarf. So they made the scarf with Rowan felted tweed, which is a beautiful, beautiful yarn. You need so much of it that I did price it out at my LYS. I think I actually have, do I have some? I think it might be something that the Wool Warehouse also carries, so it could have been maybe more affordable through like the Wool Warehouse rather than through my LYS. But anyway, I decided it was not a price point I was willing to do right now. But I knew at some point I would be making that. So Brian and I watched sales, and I do have the yarn for it already. We found a deal at Premier, and I'm going to use Premier Basics DK, which I think is awesome because of the array of colors they have. And that's the other thing, at my LYS, I could have gotten enough colors, but it was like all the colors they only had available. So I wouldn't have been able to like pick and choose. I would have had to use what was on hand. And I wasn't convinced that some of the colors were contrasty enough to do the scarf justice. But anyway, so here is my palette. I'm going to try to hold it up to the camera so you can see. Oh, maybe if I hold it sideways. Okay, so there's a handle in the way. Anyway, there's my palette. There are 2 skeins. Oh, but in the camera, they don't look that close. In person, these 2 right here, the kind of winter white and this gray, look a little closer in tone, but they don't look that close in the camera. That's cool. So anyway, we're going to take this yarn and we are going to create that sweater. The only thing I have to do is figure out my knitting needle and I can get going. I believe, looking at this, they want you to use bobbins and in intarsia technique. Carry the base color of each row across the wrong side of the work. Use a separate length of yarn for each contrasting color. Okay, so if you look at the scarf pattern, I'm trying to figure out how to hold this and show you what I'm talking about at the same time. Is there a different picture of the scarf? Let's see. Yes, here we go. Okay, so we'll use, okay, I'm not sure if I should show you the graph, but I could show you here, but I think we have to orient it like this. Okay, so here is the scarf, and I'm kind of holding it so you can see it. This is a row right here. So we're looking at this kind of teal row. Do you see how this triangle is all the same color. So you're going to carry this color along the back side of the work. So that's carried. Those will be floats. But they want you to use intarsia and have a separate bobbin for each of the contrasting other colors that complete the square of the triangle, if that makes sense. So that's going to be fun. If you didn't, I don't think I have them handy right now where I can easily access them. Sharon Sutcliffe's mom found a fantastic silicone bobbin on Amazon, and she sent me the link. I used it for Chomps' dino sweater. They work wonderfully, so I'll show them to you next week because I gotta find where I have them in storage. I think they're either in there or on the table of doom. If it's the table of doom, I guess I'm gonna be tidying that a little sooner than I thought. The table of doom is the reason you guys haven't gotten any reviews or tutorials recently. I've been piling things on top of my table in here to deal with later, and it is time to deal with it, right? It's a goal to get this space under control. We are creative people. We have explosions of creativity, and I exploded all over this room near the end of the year. So we're going to try to contain that explosion and move forward with more creativity so I can explode again and start the whole process over again, because let's be honest, it's cyclical. We all know this. Okay, so I am so excited. I'm very happy. Like I said, I had bought that yarn because I knew at some point this would be happening. So when we saw the deal, Brian was like, "Get the yarn, do it!" So we did. He is not helpful. He is like the ultimate enabler, and I know I am lucky to have him. And someday we will make the trolley. It will be made. You know, no, so there's 5 categories. There's sweater, accessories, puppets are one category in themselves, toys and blankets. So this is the 3rd one. We've done a sweater, we've done a puppet, we're doing an accessory, right? We're actually going in order of the book. Sweater, puppet, accessory. That's crazy. So maybe next time, after I finish this, I might just nominate a toy or a blanket. There's only 3 blankets in the book. And be like, we're gonna make one of those. But I guess if we do that, there's like 8 sweaters, but only 3 blankets, so you can't really go 1 for 1 for 1, because otherwise I'll just have a bunch of sweaters left at the end. And then there's 4 puppets, there's 4 accessories. No, I don't know. See, I don't think that's something I need to worry about yet, because we aren't at a point where it's going to be like all blankets at the end or all toys at the end. Okay, I've talked myself out of what I was going to suggest I do. Anyway, don't think that far in the future. Think about your scarf you're making, Erin. Let's do this. Okay, let's do this. I'd love to know if you're going to join me. I know not all of us are knitters. I know not all of you are knitters. But I am thankful for the non-knitters who indulge me and follow me on this adventure, because I'm having fun with it. And yeah, like I said, we'll work on this sweater, scarf, and we'll see how long it takes. Intarsia does take me a little longer, just because I try to be really good about staying a little more organized. What are the dimensions of the scarf? 14 inches by 67 inches. That's a good size scarf. That is a good sized scarf. It's kind of, is it approaching a bit wrap dimensions? Maybe we have a schwap. A scarp? A scarp! Yes, a scarp. I like it. Okay. Anyway, I'll get to work and I'll share the progress. We'll see. I cannot tell you how long it's going to take. It'll take how long it takes. Okay? That's how it goes. As I was saying, I appreciate everybody following me along on this journey and helping me decide what order I should do my projects in. It's fun. I love it. I love it. I hope you're having as much fun as I am. Okay. Talk to you later.